see that.
All right, but I don't know about you. I think, at least I feel, Fusion looking pretty hot today for this first match. But
Yeah,
Ducky has got something to prove, right? And that's what
they
I'm
do.
thinking of right now.
Yeah. There was the Mighty Ducks, but we got the Mafty Ducks. And from what I understand, they're still using the same powers, same superpowers that the Mighty Ducks uses. So hopefully they'll be able to, man, I mean, you're right, Fusion is definitely a force to be reckoned with, but Mafty Ducks has been in plenty of events to be able to create a name for themselves. As we move into the map bands, Ministry of Defense, Harbor, Missile Base, harbors double harbs
Double hard.
Ministry of Defense, the double harb, missile base, Lunacom, Canyon, and Thermal have all been banned, with Colony Trading Post being the decider for today. And I was right about, you see the emblem there for Mafty Ducks. That's definitely very mighty in my opinion.
It definitely leaves an impact, to say the least. And I've got to be honest here. If I saw a duck with a suit, that's gonna be a quacking good time if you ask me.
You're right. Funny enough, one of my favorite characters growing up was Gizmo Duck, which was as close as you could get to a Gundam in the Mighty Ducks universe or whatever. Even though he was a crossover from DuckTales, there was the whole.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, right. Gizmo Duck with the one wheel. Yeah, this is going to be a great day for Gundam Evolution.
You know what? Honestly, I have to say one thing. I think it might be my mistake for not doing enough research, but looking at Mafty Ducks,
yeah,
their team logo, I want to make a switch. I'm sorry. What can I say? It just looks fantastic.
It's cool, right? Yeah,
it is.
I mean, sometimes that alone. I mean, the brand. Yeah, listen, Mafty, you got to win.
It's a brand.
It's like shirts, hoodies, cups. Like that's a logo right there. So we want to see you guys get to the finish line. You definitely have some good branding opportunities with that logo.
I don't know if Group B wins out with Ducks going into finals.
Yeah.
Merch sales might look pretty good for you guys. Just saying.
Yeah. We need to see that logo a little more. So you have a communal responsibility to win, not just a personal one, but you have a communal responsibility because we actually want to see that logo a little more. So hopefully that inspires Mafty Ducks. And Fusion, we're saying it right now. You definitely gotta bring it, just because Mafty Ducks they've been inspired by the community. So if you bring down the Mafty Ducks, hey, we can't do anything but respect you after that.
To be fair, Fusion is looking to be the one to take the game today for this first round, but like we said, right? Mafty Ducks has something to prove here. They want to also hit to finals. It's very early in the bracket. They don't want to get knocked out right here. We're going to see how they play out their first match on Colony Trading Post in just a bit as they're setting up.
I mean... All right, welcome back, everybody. We just want to take a moment to talk about some of the events that happened yesterday, and just also the current meta of the game. Natera and I were, just sitting here talking about how a lot of the melee suits are being played from
Right.
what we've experienced in yesterday's matches, and I kind of feel like certain suits like Susano and Melee Zaku, even though we're seeing more of them in the competitive field, a lot of players haven't really gravitated around them, and especially when it comes to events like this, they still seem to pick, which makes sense. They still seem to pick a lot of their comfort picks, like Pale Rider, maybe Gundam, or even Suzabi and whatnot, in a chance that these melee units do become popular again. For the time left that we have of the game, I think today's matches are really going to make that happen.
Well, no need to speculate too much. We have their lineup here, and you were right about some of these things. We do see the Pale Riders, the Gundams coming in. We also see the Zazabis. Pretty standard picks here all
Yeah,
around.
very standard picks. Funny enough, I think with the exception of Hyperion, everyone is a free unit. Hyperion and Marsai, everyone here is a free unit.
Where's my X here? Where's my X here?
Yeah, you're right.
But we're looking at how they're going to set up here for Colony Trading Post, and we're already starting to see how the game is going to play out, where they're going to stand in for their engagements. So this is going to be interesting where they push. This is going to kind of come down to how the initial wave is going to go forward. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, it's game time. Let's go for it.
Here we go. Mafty Ducks versus Fusion.
Alright, starting out, they're already spreading out pretty much early on, right? 4-2, we're gonna see if they can pick off that very early on and see you get a sneak in.
Yeah, it is very important that you at least try and secure that checkpoint. It's going to save you a lot of time with getting back to the main objective. For those that don't know, this is bomb plant, bomb defusal. So when you're trying to figure out, even from what it looks like as well, it's a couple over that way, but then there's a tunnel to the right that'll take you all the way to A and B. And it seems like two of them split off while the other two figured out, let's just go ahead and hang out in the objective checkpoint for the respawn.
Right. And, I mean, another thing to note is that, don't forget, this is technically a very linear map for the most part, so there's not much you can do if you're running away. So This is going to be an all-out brawl once you enter the trading post. And already we're seeing a lot of engagements coming in right and forth, which is a hail of barrage here. They're nowhere to move, but just hang down and hunker over the wall. Hopefully no one gets them, because now at this point, it's just a matter of whether they want to take a full-on engagement at the top of the roof, or they want to go underneath where the trading post is and see if they can get the bomb started.
We always have to keep in mind that both teams are running Ashmar, and considering Ash is on the map, I mean, that means that at some point someone's either going to try and take the back on, flank the back line, or even try and ninja a objective, just because Ash has so much air freedom.
Oh, and here we go. They're already pushing in. The first stream is almost coming down, and nothing is starting out. They just know where to go in. They just continue to start this brawl over and over again. We are seeing TPs trying to get back up here, and unfortunately just knocked down like that.
Mafty's definitely going to have to do some type of reset and regroup. With about 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock, they have a lot of time, but at the end of it all, you don't want to find yourself in a situation planting the bomb at the final 30 seconds of your time, because that just adds so much unnecessary stress. If you can get that bomb planted, move on to the next objective as quickly as possible, it keeps you fresh for the second objective.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to wait it out. I mean, they have some G maneuvers up online, got those G maneuvers out, and they're just waiting to just pop it off and go ham at it. Well, on the other side, they're basically at the halfway mark, and 2 minutes left is not a lot of time.
Here comes the G maneuvers.
First one coming in. Nice popping off, and they're gonna go in for another engage. They are at the neutral zone here, and they're ready to start pushing in for the bomb, which is fantastic for them.
Been planted, right? There's definitely enough of fusion around to defuse that bomb. It was more of a distraction than anything else. And again, Mafty's gonna have to group up, find a weakness in fusion, and exploit that all the way to the bomb.
Well, one good thing for them right now is they do have B more or less settled. They have it all in their favor, and they just need to play it slow. They do have a minute and 30 seconds, which is the only thing that bugs me right now. But with the amount of maneuvers they have right now, sad to say, they have a good shot at moving it forward.
Yeah, but you know, Fusion right now is sitting on about 3 G maneuvers, and considering they're sitting on those with a 4th about to come up, they can basically wait it out, and that final 60 seconds, cascade their G maneuvers and delay every opportunity that Mafty is going to try and present for himself. And it's happening right now. Here comes the D maneuvers. They may be out a little early, and if you look over at Mafty, they're all they're just getting wiped out.
That's a full wipe right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? On the other hand, though, Mafty Ducks do have another 2 more and a 3rd one incoming. Sorry, 4th one incoming. G maneuver that they might be able to use to take this back. They have 40 seconds on the clock. They have to push this in right now.
If Mafty does plant in the next 30 seconds, they will be pushing everything into overtime on that bomb plant, which means that they're going to have to try and shut Fusion out from getting back into the second area. But, I mean, considering the fact that all of Mafty is down with the exception of their Zaku range, that does not look like that is going to happen in a big team.
Mind Platter, and this place is basically secure here. They have nowhere to move, but unfortunately you get knocked out just like that. And B is
Hooks
again
in
favor.
lines, though. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's a little bit too soon right there. Barbados coming in, but there's no one to go for. Ooh, that is a rough first start. I mean, for defense, that is a commendable one from Fusion, burning out 4 minutes of my life away just like that. No amount of G maneuvers is going to help you there. But then again, maybe these 2 teams are more favored into the defense side of things. So
that's true. That's very true.
We might get a draw here for another round. Who knows?
Yeah, that is always a good chance that in a situation like this, with both teams not being able to plant. The interesting thing about Gundam Evolution, though, is what it will do, and what we'll do is we'll just look at the time. You know, so if there was an opportunity for no plant, and you know, you kind of look at the score and you see what team was performing better, you can kind of figure out, you know, who's actually winning that round. But I mean, even when you look at the damage here, you can see that one team is pushing especially Fusion, they're pushing the numbers on the damage that they can output.
Right.
And I mean, Mafty is just showing up for it. So, you know, usually in a situation like this where, you know, you have your attacking team will generally be higher in DPS, but it seems that the defending team is actually a little higher in that regard. So, I don't know, man. It's like they're walking into a meat grinder, you know?
I mean, I'm looking at, again, Colony Trading Post as a map as a whole. I did say it was very linear, and one advantage of it is because as defenders, you're usually at the post already. You have all that cover as they're moving in. So I would say the damage coming out from the defender side might be a little bit more skewed to their favor for this map in particular. And especially when you're running away, like, what are you going to do in that long stretch of road? There's nothing you can do. We saw one instance of that already just now. But in any case, let's get to it. Mafty Ducks is on the defense this time. Fusion pushing forward for this game. Ooh, early start here.
Like everyone's going for the checkpoint first. Yeah, everyone's sticking together, which is always a good idea. It's a lot harder to drop 6 than, you know, 1.
Definitely. I mean, it's not a Divine Conquer thing right now. It's just an all-out brawl. We want to see them work it out. Oh, here we go. Nice set early on and almost picking it off just like that. There is nothing you can do right now other than to try to take back what is yours. Ooh, and a nice down just like that.
That was one of the event skins we were watching there. It's really cool to be able to see it transform. And obviously, it's not going to take very much effort. Once that bomb is planted, it only has, but you know, not even. Oh, someone was almost there actually. Oh, someone is there planting the
they're planting it. They're planting it.
Bottom.
Wow, that's a duel.
15 seconds. That's all you need, and the round is over.
They have to disarm this if they want to do anything about it, but I mean, I don't see Mafty Ducks anywhere close to it. They still have to go against 4 of them, and there's nowhere at flank here. Down 1 already, and battle ends just like that. Ooh, you hate to see it happen.
Hate to see it.
Fusion takes it down. The first game and the only game that he got. GG's coming in from Fusion. Oh, here we go. It's Gundam making a lead here. I mean, the OG's coming in. What do you got?
Anitaka. Very nice. Very nice. Anitaka, Labamba, and VCY sitting up as the aces of that match. Whew. 7 device disabled, damage dealt, enemy units disabled. Yeah, these guys were definitely here.
Yeah, Fusion is definitely dominating this round. I unfortunately I was on the losing side, but I was on the cool side, and that's what I feel is the winning play.
That's right. Yeah, I still want to see that merch though. I still want to see those Mafty Duck merch.
I want
that cup. I want that mug. I want that sweet. I want that tea. You know, I want it all. But it definitely looked really cool. And man, I think, you know, again, we were talking about the meta, and that match looked like it was just a very safe one. Everyone was pretty much running the core units, you know, that you would find in the game. And it's so interesting how, you know, we're so many months in to Gundam Evolution, and I see the consistency of the core roster, pretty much the free, and I've been saying it for a very long time. The free roster of units in this game they were always very strong.
They're solid. They're solid.
Yeah. They're very solid.
Alright,
anyways, saw that today.
I don't know. Like, with Mafty Ducks and Fusion being our first game, I mean, it's looking pretty hot, like we said just now. Yeah. So, before you go, do you want to say anything to them first before we throw into a little bit of a break for us?
I mean, you know, this was a match that sets the standard for, you know, our Sunday matches. And
it is.
I mean, yesterday we had one match that really pushed the bar, and I hope to see more of that today.
Right. Oh, well, in that case, I don't have much to say other than the fact that, you know what, Mafty Ducks, logo's great. Fortunately, we didn't get to see you that long. Fusion is definitely going to be making waves here for Group B, and we'll love to see a little bit more of them later on, hopefully in the finals. So, in any case, we'll throw it to a break, and I'll see you in a bit, Cyber.
Sounds good. Hell yeah.
Looks pretty good, huh? So, how's the view of the Earth?
Oh, I'm on the phone with my agent. We're being pranked.
Right?
Yeah. They got me on the show.
Sorry. Hello?
Yeah, I know.
The moon looks great. I mean, they have some G maneuvers up online. Got those G maneuvers out and just waiting to just pop it off. And
60 seconds, cascade their G maneuvers and delay every opportunity to the second area. But I mean, considering
anywhere close to it, they still have to go against 4 of them, and there's nowhere at the flank here.